fixed the fence before the sun, drank his coffee when the work was done, never raised his voice too loud, but when he spoke we all backed down. He'd nod at grace, not bow his head, read the obits while the bacon bled, built the crib then stood outside when Mama cried the first time I cried. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud, it's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two worn gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. He called me son and not by name, just like his dad. He did the same, he prayed by fixing broken things and showed his soul in oil stains. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud, it's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two worn gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. Now I'm the one who sits out back with coffee steam and hammer cloud. And when my boy comes looking blue, I fix the gate and say me too. 'Cause Daddy taught me how to stay without a word, just in the way. And if he wonders what love does, I'll say Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. She left in the fall, said she needed space, packed up her life, left an empty place. Now every pine and back road sign feels like a ghost of what once was mine. Georgia ain't Georgia since she said goodbye. Peaches don't taste sweet, skies lost their light. Used to love the sound of that southern breeze, now it just whispers what she meant to me. I can't hear her name without wanting to cry. Georgia ain't Georgia without her by my side. She wore the sun like a Sunday dress, laughed at the rain and never second guessed. Now the fields are dull, the music's low, and even the fireflies don't seem to glow. Georgia ain't Georgia since she said goodbye. Peaches don't taste sweet, skies lost their light. Used to love the sound of that southern breeze, now it just whispers what she meant to me. I can't hear her name without wanting to cry. Georgia ain't Georgia without her by my side. Some folks leave and time moves on, but when she left, the whole state felt wrong. Georgia ain't Georgia, not the way I knew. Now it's
morning light cuts through the blinds. Coffee brews, but time unwinds. I pour 2 cups like I used to do, out of habit, or maybe truth. Hers still sits by the sugar jar, lipstick faded where memories are. The handle chipped from days gone by, like my heart when she said goodbye. Her cup on the counter still waits each day, like she'll walk in and smile my way. I tried to move it once or twice, but it felt like erasing a piece of life. Some leave behind more than we can measure, like a cup and 1,000 treasures. I washed the floors, changed the sheets, even let her sister take her seat. But I can't touch that old ceramic white, it holds the silence of each night. Her cup on the counter still waits each day, like she'll walk in and smile my way. I tried to move it once or twice, but it felt like erasing a piece of life. Some leave behind more than we can measure, like a cup and 1,000 treasures. Maybe love ain't gone when breath is still, it lingers soft on windowsills. Her cup on the counter, now cracked with time, still feels warm like her hand in mine. I talk to it when I can't sleep, 'cause some things even time can't keep. No matter how the years may flounder, I still see her in that cup on the counter.
Can't promise I won't get mad, or that I won't say something bad. I might forget the little things, or leave the dishes in the sink. But I can hold you when you cry, and laugh with you when life gets dry. I can show up even when I fall, stand beside you through it all. No fairy tales or perfect skies, but I'll keep loving you, and I'll try. I might not always know what's wrong, or find the words when nights feel long, but I'll be there in quiet ways, in morning coffee and daily grace. I can hold you when you cry, and laugh with you when life gets dry. I can show up even when I fall, stand beside you through it all. can't promise to get us through, but I'll walk this road with you. I can't promise I won't fail, but I'll keep fighting through the gale. I can't be everything you need, but I'll love you honestly. No fairy tales or perfect skies, but I'll keep loving you, and I'll try. And I'll try.
The jukebox play that same old song I heard yesterday. Bartender knows just what I need, yeah. A little lost love and a little more speed. So crack one cold, turn it up loud, let the pedal steel cry while I drown it out. No use calling, she won't come back, so I'll stay right here at this corner tap. Yeah, she left me warm, now I'm feeling bold. So bartender, crack one cold. There's a stool with my name and it fits just fine. My heart's off duty, but my mouth's on time. Don't give me water, don't give me tea, just give me that can with a memory. So crack one cold, turn it up loud, let the pedal steel cry while I drown it out. No use calling, she won't come back, so I'll stay right here at this corner tap. Yeah, she left me warm, now I'm feeling bold. So bartender, crack one cold. Don't talk advice, don't say her name, just pour me something that don't feel the same. So crack one cold, let the world spin slow, let me toast to love that let me go. She's long gone, but this beer ain't old. So bartender, crack one cold. Yeah, just bartender, crack one cold. Daddy laid the boards by hand, Mama sewed curtains from an old feed bag. One porch light, one gravel drive, and love had kept the roof alive. It ain't there, it ain't grand, just four strong walls and a piece
hand-me-down coat, a second-hand bike, but a childhood full of stars at night. It ain't big, it ain't grand, just four strong walls and a piece of land. But it's where I learned to pray and fight, to work all day and sleep at night. No matter how far I've gone, that little house still feels like home, back where I belong. Now my kids run through those same old halls, and I hear my father in my drawl. It ain't big, it ain't grand, but it's still the best I've ever had. Where roots grow deep and love stays strong, where every right came from a wrong. No matter how far I've gone, that little house still feels like home, back where I belong.
He tossed 2 shirts into the cab, kissed the kid, then winked at Dad. Said, I'll be home by Sunday's light. But Sunday came with no brake light. The engine roared, the gravel cracked, and dust rolled slow but never tracked. We watched till he was just a speck, then kept his beer cold on the deck. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands. And somewhere past the railroad track he disappeared, down the road that didn't turn back. Mailbox stayed in his old name, the tires dry rotted in the rain. Mama said he's finding peace, but even hope can lose its lease. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands. And somewhere past the railroad track he disappeared, down the road that didn't turn back. Some say fear, some say free, but no one knows what he came to be. Now when I drive and see that bend, I slow a bit, remember then, and wonder if that stretch of black knows it became the one-way track, where promises went off the map, on the road that didn't turn back.
When someone holds your hand just right, without a word they calm your night, and every fear you've ever known feels a little less when you're not alone. When you're truly loved, the sky turns kind. Even storms leave rainbows behind. There's a quiet peace, a steady light that warms your soul and holds you tight. You don't need riches or stars above. You've already got it all. When you're truly loved, when someone sees the worst in you and stays to help you make it through, when their laughter feels like home, and even silence isn't alone. When you're truly loved, the sky turns kind. Even storms leave rainbows behind. There's a quiet peace, a steady light that warms your soul and holds you tight. You don't need riches or stars above. You've already got it all. When you're truly loved, it's not in diamonds, it's not in gold. It's in a hand that won't let go. When you're truly loved, the world slows down. You find your place, you wear no crown, but you're a king in someone's eyes. And that's the kind of love that never dies. You don't need answers or reasons enough. You just breathe easy when you're truly loved.
That old leather notebook on the countertop, pages stained where her hands would stop. Spaghetti sauce, cornbread sweet, every line of memory I still eat. She measured love in a simple spoon, filled our hearts like a harvest moon. She'd hum a tune while stirring the pot. Teach me patience, teach me what's not got. No five-star place could compare to her stew, seasoned with faith in everything she'd do. Now when I cook, I close my eyes and hear her laughter in the sunrise. Her recipes still feed the soul more than any feast I know. Every bite holds a lesson learned. In every flavor, love still burns. stood, flowers in the air like I knew it would. I traced the words she wrote so neat, and taste the past in every treat. No fancy meal, no gilded tray, just her in each dish I made today. Some folks chase restaurants bright and grand, but I find heaven in her gentle hands. No oven hot could ever replace the warmth she gave in that homey space. Her recipe still feed the soul, a legacy more precious than gold. I pass them down to those I hold, a bond of love in stories told. And when I'm old, I'll cook with pride, 'cause her recipes, they never die. She tied it up every morning light, with hands that shook but held on tight. Bacon sizzling, boots by the door, and lunch packed like a prayer for war. I tugged that string when I was scared. She'd been right down like I was rare. No superhero cape or wings, just love wrapped up in apron strings. Mama's apron strings, they held the world, tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Now her chair sits by the sink, and I pour her coffee, let her think. She don't cook much, don't say a lot, but her quiet smile says all I forgot. And Mama's apron strings, they held the world, tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Sometimes you don't outgrow or break, they're stitched in you with love she made. Mama's apron strings, they're faded now, but they still hold me here somehow. Through nights alone and choices wrong, through every line in every song. They're not just cloth, they're sacred things. I'm still held by Mama's apron strings. What if I'd called instead of waiting? What if I'd stayed when she was breaking? What if I turned the porch light on and met her tears before they were gone? What if I hadn't checked that phone and kissed her lips instead of stone? What if I left work on time and danced with her instead of that wine? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still, like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. What if I'd heard her silent plea? What if I gave the love she'd need? What if I held her when she shook instead of reaching for my book? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still, like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. Slammed, never cursed, she just left with a quiet first. Now what if I could turn back time? Would I still miss each subtle sign? Would I still lose the love I had to one more joke, one less I'm glad? Or would I change what I now miss, lose the weight of a dozen what ifs?
Woke up this morning, you were next to me. Coffee in your hand, same as it's always been. You don't wear diamonds, you don't paint gold, but girl, you're the richest thing I'll ever hold. You're my jackpot, hit it in one spin. Every little smile's a big time win. I may not have a house on a hill, but you
chase gold, some chase fame. I just chased you, and I'm glad you came. You're my jackpot, prize of my life. You made me better just being my wife. No need to wish, no need to try. I already hit the sky. Yeah, you're my jackpot, and I'm right on time. Woke up this morning when you were next to me. Coffee in your hand, same as it's always been.
She'd walk down gravel roads in worn-out shoes, waving at folks like they held her truth. With daisies blooming where her heels had passed, she left more beauty than the world could grasp. She hummed like Sunday soft and sure, bringing joy where the heart felt poor. Kids would smile, dogs would race, just to feel her kindness in that place. She left spring in her step, sunshine in her wake, like the warmth of a pie Mama used to bake. Her laugh was a breeze that danced with the trees. Her presence was calm like the hush before peace. She never said much, but the whole town knew. Wherever she walked, wildflowers grew. She'd leave a pie on a neighbor's chair, and gospel tunes floating through the air. She never asked for praise or fame, just wanted love to know her name. She left spring in her steps, hope in the rain, a melody soft that still sings in my brain. You'd see her once and feel brand new, like Sunday socks and Easter blue. Though time moves on, I still believe she left more than steps, she left me reprieve. Now the road's the same, but not quite bright, without her smile, without her light. But every April when robins return, I swear I feel her and flowers burn. She left spring in her steps, love without end. She taught the soil how to mend, her shadow soft like a hymn unsaid, a living prayer where memories tread. And when I walk that road today, I smile 'cause she walked this way.
There's a swing on the porch, the creek's just right. When the wind comes soft on a Sunday night, it leans a little from her favorite side, where she'd sit with tea and a heart open wide. That old swing don't talk, but it sure remembers the summer she sang like a quiet ember. She'd sway with grace, never in a rush, bare feet tapping on the planks with hush. She'd close her eyes and hum a hymn, and the world slowed down just to be near her then. That swing still moves when no one's near, almost like she whispers here. The porch swing knows her name, in the morning rain. Still rocks gentle with the breeze, like she's back with memories. No one sat there quite the same. The porch swing still knows her name. Sometimes I leave the door cracked wide just in case she comes to sit outside. And when the chains creak low and slow, I swear it's her just saying hello. The porch swing knows her name, like wood remembers every flame. Though she's gone, the porch remains, holding echoes, not just stains. Time moved on, but love don't fade. That porch swing still knows her name.
He carved his name beneath the seat, wore out the wood with boots and heat. Never said much, but we all knew when he cleared his throat, the house stood true. Coffee steam, the papers rustle, he'd nod along, avoid the bustle. Taught us more with just one stare than sermons packed with scripted care. The chair at the end still waits each night, like he might walk in, turn on the light. We don't move it, we don't dare, it holds the weight of all his care. The wood is worn, the arms don't bend, but it still holds him, the chair at the end. Mama does it once a week, whispers low, her voice gone weak. And every Christmas, every grace, we pause a second, leave that space. The chair at the end still waits each night, like he might walk in, turn on the light. We don't move it, we don't dare, it holds the weight of all his care. The wood is worn, the arms don't bend, but it still holds him, the chair at the end. And when I sit in silence deep, I hear him breathe, I feel him keep. The chair at the end will one day crack, but love like his don't take years back. So leave it there, don't fix or mend. It's not just wood, it's where he's been. And if I'm lucky when mine must end, they'll still remember the chair at the end.
She'd kneel by the bedside at the break of dawn, hands folded tight, her eyes drawn on, her whisper soft like morning dew. Thank you, Jesus, for seeing us through. I watched her lips move word by word, learning faith in a voice I'd heard.
her Bible worn, ribbon markers placed. By every promise she had embraced, she never preached with fancy art, but every night she gave me heart. She said, "Son, let God lead the way," and that's how I learned to pray. She taught me how to pray when words fell short, to call on Him in every hurt. Her faith was strong in every phrase, a gentle guide through life's maze. When darkness comes or hope can stray, I close my eyes and kneel each day. She taught me how to pray. Now when I bow in silent plea, it's her voice echoing inside of me. No need for show, no need for fame, just a whispered name and faith unchanged. Through every trial, come what may, I lean on lessons she gave that day. Some say faith is just a word, but she showed me what true hope inferred. It's in her tears, it's in her grace, found in that quiet, sacred place. She taught me how to pray through every fear. Her whispered love still lingers here. When life moves on and trials play, I kneel and find her voice each day. No matter where my feet may stray, I find my strength, for she taught me how to pray.
She'd sit in a chair near the garden gate, humming sweet songs till the sky turned late. Tomatoes in rows, daisies in bloom, while her voice floated soft as a broom. Kids on the porch with scraped up knees, resting their heads to her melodies. No need for words, no fancy grace, just the hum of peace in that sacred place. Lullabies from her garden gate taught the wind how to hesitate. She sang of love without a name, of heartache past and joy that came. A song for the world, a hymn so small, but from her lips it healed us all. Old wooden gate creaked with time, but still it swayed to her silent rhyme. She'd lift her gaze to stars above and stitch each note with mother's love. Lullabies from her garden gate wove through dust till heaven's late. A comfort song no clock could bind, that lingered deep inside our minds. Though she's gone, the song still stays in winds and blooms, in children's praise. Now weeds have grown where tulips slept, but still at night my heart has wept for the quiet voice I used to chase, that made the world a softer place. Lullabies from her garden gate echo on when the hour gets late. If you listen close at eventide, you'll hear her hum right by your side. Not just a song, but a truth she knew, that love sung soft is always true.
out Bible sat by the wall. Next to her candles, small and tall. She marked each page with ribbon red, where hope and faith and love were spread. Each Sunday morn she'd kneel herself and leave her prayers on that shelf. A faded photo of children's smiles, a porcelain cross with gentle tiles. She never spoke them out loud, just there in whispered thanks and fervent prayer. No gilded frame, no gilded path. She left her heart on that shelf. She left her prayers on that shelf, silent words that spoke of herself. In every crease, in every fold, her faith and grace was quietly told. Though years go by and dust may dwell, I still feel her on that shelf. When storms would rage and nights grew cold, she'd light a lamp, a flickering gold. Her whispered dreams would chase the dark, a steady flame within her heart. Now I kneel here all by myself and find her voice on that shelf. Some folks look high for answers grand, but she found God in gentle hands. Each prayer she wrote, each tear she shed, lives on in words she softly said. She left her prayers on that shelf, a legacy beyond herself. And every dawn and every breath, I feel her love outlive her death. So when I doubt, I turn and delve to read her soul on that shelf. Frame still cracked from '92, sits on the shelf near her perfume blue. Her smile caught in a younger light, while mine's grown soft with years and night. I fixed her sink, I changed her tires, lit up her porch when storms caught fire. But every time she held my hand, I'd squeeze then change the subject plan. I should have said it then, when time was kind, when she was here and not just mine. 3 little words
words I held too tight, like they'd mean more on some far night. But now I sit with might have beens and whisper low. I should have said it then. She never asked, she never cried. She read the love behind my pride. But now I'd trade these silent years for just one time to make it clear. I should have said it then, when time was kind, when she was here and not just mine. 3 little words I held too tight, like they'd mean more on some far night. But now I sit with might have beens and whisper low. I should have said it then. Some men build, some men defend, some never learn how hearts should bend. So if you're young or old like me, don't wait on pride or certainty. Lean in close and say it plain before love's voice becomes a name. Don't end up like this foolish friend who loved her true, but should have said it then. He kicks the ball across the yard, falls down laughing, scrapes up hard, wipes the dirt and waves at me, and in that grin her face I see the same soft eyes, the sideways glance, the way she looked in summer's dance. He doesn't know, but every while my heart breaks soft. He's got her smile. He's got her smile, that gentle spark that lit my world when nights went dark. She's gone now, but she left behind a living peace, a tender sign. I hold him close, and all the while I hold on tight, 'cause he's got her smile. He asked me things she used to say, like why stars shine and skies turn gray. And when I pause, he tilts his head, just like she did in days we wed. He's got her smile, that gentle spark that lit my world when nights went dark. She's gone now, but she left behind a living peace, a tender sign. I hold him close, and all the while I hold on tight, 'cause he's got her smile. Sometimes at night I swear I see the two of them curled next to me, He's got her smile, and I still ache, but God knew just what He should take and what to leave to pull me through. A heart so full, a love so true. I lost her once, but not this child. She lives in him, 'cause he's got her smile.